your hands in the air and
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
mixing sodas with the beer and
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
So why don't everybody cheer it?
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
This is the one right here, y'all.
Throw your
What is y'all, your social media platform artist and the host of the great YouTube channel. I'm your host, Dr. Do here, everyone. How are we on this wonderful Thursday afternoon? Today's video, I want to talk about this anime, alright? I want this off of my chest. I want to be honest about this anime. It was a season 2 of it that came out last year. From one of the most popular anime that ever came out around late 2010. I want to talk about Goblin Slayer season 2. Yeah, you know the anime that what people love about because of a blood and gore story about this one guy named Goblin Slayer who seek out to kill every single goblin that he ever sees and make sure the population of the goblins will not increase dramatically, and also make sure they won't hurt another innocent soul ever again. This is the video I want to talk to y'all about, alright? And not season 1, alright? It's season 2. We need to talk about where they all gone wrong for Goblin Slayer season 2. This is a big huge question because it was supposed to be the big hype anime that people want to see after season 1 came out, plus the movie that came out for about 6 years. People have been waiting for it to get a renewal. Eventually it did, but it wasn't as big as the first one was. That's why I want to cover all this on this video. But before we get started, you guys new to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, alright y'all? Hit notification down below, comment down below and see what you guys think of this video. Plus, you guys want Dr. Do merch? Go to comment below right there. You guys drinkware, clothes, hats, all that, including new style we got in comment below right there. Look at that shirt and sweater right there. That is a good one for y'all want. Alright y'all? So without further ado, let's get this video started. Let's talk about the background story of this Goblin Slayer. Back in 2018, the year that it came out, in the late 2010, Goblin Slayer came out of nowhere and people loved that anime for its story and its animation and also the CGI of the anime itself. It was made by none other than White Fox Studio, who is known for their popular animation and anime they have been making. Mostly with their popular anime, Zero. People love that series about it. Here's the story about this. It's all about this main character, Goblin Slayer. His goal was to wipe out every goblin that tried to hurt or kill any adventurer that wanted to explore cave, dungeon, or anywhere in the medieval land itself. Because for his story, it's sad because he hated the goblins because they wipe out his village and his sister, and he sworn to wiping out every goblin that he sees in order to take on the quest of killing goblins right there. Eventually, in season 1, we meet up with the main female character name, who doesn't have a name, but she's a female priest who joined this group of adventurers that want to go on a quest of fighting and looking for a dungeon to fight in. But they encountered goblins. They thought they were going to win and stuff, but however, they were slaughtered. One scene was inappropriate to watch, alright, including that poor girl that was sad. And the little priest doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't know why her power is not working as she thought. As she was close to her death, she eventually got saved by the Goblin Slayer and have her under his care to teach her how to kill goblin now on. Eventually we meet up with other groups like the dwarf dude, the elf girl, and the lizard Native American that looks, I don't know why. It's just like kind of offensive right now towards Native Americans. I don't know why. I just can't take that eye off of them at all. But however, they decided to join his group of doing so, making this very interesting story that anime fans love and respected, and people love that crap because at that time, anime was not as popular as of this decade because people were less interested in the animes back in the 2010, and Goblin Slayer got popular into 2018, like becoming one of the best animes of 2018, became one of the most goriest, bloodiest stories that this anime studio have ever made. It got popular, very popular. It became at the top 20s best anime of the decade itself. It really did have a lot of love and respect by fans throughout the whole entire in the late 10s. And eventually in 2021 it got a movie and it got popular as well, and everybody liked the movie and stuff. But however, people waited for a season 2 of the anime from 2021 to all the way to 2023 for 2 years. Eventually people heard the news in the early 2023 when they announced that Goblin Slayer again renewed for season 2 and will be airing in season 2 last year. And people got hyped with this because people waited for a season 2 for 6 years, from 2018 to 2023. No, like not 6 years, more like 5 years. I mean, and so people have been waiting for the hype they have been wanting for so long. By October, people saw the first. By the time people starting watching Goblin Slayers, people were like dramatically lost their interest of Goblin Slayer season 2. I mean, people like, what is this? Where's the slaying goblin? Why there less slaying and blood and gore, all that stuff? That's what people want to know. Like, people saying it became even boring because not showing more of the fight sequence that with people had with season 1 of Goblin Slayer. It's kind of crazy. People starting taking into the internet saying how this anime fell apart after 6 years away for season 2. It's crazy, really. People were like, we want answer, so I'm gonna give you the answer. All right, let's talk about season 2. People were talking about how the story was slow. When I saw season 2 of Goblin Slayer, it was in fact a slow-paced story. Instead of seeing more of the Goblin Slayer go on more quests to hunt down more goblins and help and his group going after them, they went on some boring quests instead of going to the elf marriage. And all the people were talking about how they skipped the Harvest Festival arc as well. Although it got more, the people say that Goblin Slayer have been seen less than the other character because people were watching more of the other character development instead of seeing Goblin Slayer's development in there. And also, people were talking about it became more edgy than season 1 because season 1 it had like 30 or 40% edginess in season 1, and because it kind of one of the reasons why people like season 1 because they want edginess. They don't want to make it like more funny than ever. But 5 years later, it like 60%, 30% more of edginess. Make it like 60% more edgy than season 1. People like, come on, we want to see more blood and gore. We want to see Goblin Slayer taking on more quests on taking on goblins. That's what people want to see from Goblin Slayer itself. But the people were talking about why they wasted an episode where the female characters went to a lake and being in their bikini and stuff. People were like, we're not here to see that. Really, people were like babbling about why the staff make it more boring, but it is, but it kind of a good anime to those who are not that interested in seeing more depths in anime itself. Well, tell you the truth, right there, it was something to do with what happened right after season 1 of Goblin Slayer, because following the aftermath of season 1, there were controversy that came out because of the scene that we saw in season 1, episode 1. Remember that episode where I was talking about the group went to the cave and stuff? All of them were killed and one of them got, Well, that is where that the controversy showed. Alright, so want to make it controversial because of that, because of the people talking about the scene because of the rape content that Goblin Slayer was showing in their show, and got the attention by the state of Texas and the country of Australia. They both went on and decided to ban the Goblin Slayer novels and light novels and mangas off the public school libraries. Yeah, both Texas and Australia decided to take all the Goblin Slayer novels and books off the school libraries and off the public school itself. I'm like, ooh. And also, when it comes to what other people were talking about is the animation. I know that the animation is very different, but you want to look at the difference between season 1 and season 2? Here it is, alright? Here's Goblin Slayer in season 1. He looked bigger and buff with all the armor itself, making it look like that. But season 2, he a little skinnier. His armor looked more light in armor than season 1. And all the people were talking about the animation being a little cheaper than season 1, because people were talking about how the character lips are very different than season 1 animation lips right there. Well, here's the truth about that, because it wasn't Firefly who did season 2. And a matter of fact, it was Linden Bell Studio. If you guys don't know that much about these guys, they are the one who responsible for Berserk 2016, Magical Sensei, alright, Call of the Night, and other anime I'm going to show you on my video right there. They are the one who responsible for those anime, but the truth is, White Watch doesn't want to do a renewal of the season 2 because they don't want to waste more of their budget on that anime, because they were focusing on their main anime of that time, Reseal, which is still being renewed for another season. It's still getting new episodes every week. Do you see where I'm going? And so the staff members of Goblin Slayer decided to move to another anime studio, Linden Bell Studio. They are a little cheaper than the White Fox Animation Studio, and they don't have the same animators that did Goblin Slayer season 1, so they had to hire cheaper animators for the job, which is why you guys seeing the animation problem. What people were talking about is true. So people so that would explain why people weren't that interested in season 2, because it was made by a different animation studio. Yes, they are. Alright, y'all? That is another big difference that people are seeing about that. Well, it became more clear that people were not interested in new characters in there at all, because they are taking more spotlight from the main character itself, and people were talking about there were not that much character development of Goblin Slayer, but people say that he does, but little less of him killing goblins, trying to get him to become like the other people out there, like the priestess or the other mates as well. And people were talking about it being a harem, because he got multiple girls with him on quests and stuff, including that maid girl as well. And people were not that interested of the harem gene in Goblin Slayer. Do you see where I'm going? People starting to lose their interest in Goblin Slayer following the aftermath of season 2. Because back in season 1 aired, it had over 1 million fans who are a big fan of Goblin Slayer. We look at 5 years later, it decreased badly for them, losing a lot of fans of Goblin Slayer after season 2. You wanna know how much this Goblin Slayer has now? It went from 1 million to 300,000 fans today. 300,000, they lost 70% of fans following the aftermath of season 2 of Goblin Slayer. That is a dramatic loss, big huge loss for Goblin Slayer team and fan service as well. And also another thing about that, because Goblin Slayer wasn't in top 10 or 20s when it came out, when it got done of the air, because it was foreshadowed by other new anime series or season 2 animes or final episode of an anime, like Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, alright? Attack on Titan final episode, that one right there. Demon Slayer, the Blacksmith arc, Wells, Frieren, the new series that involved about this elf girl training a new apprentice of her, you know, the purple hair girl and stuff, yeah. And also Tokyo Avenger, what being aired, which is considered Linda's Bell Studio #1 anime. Alright, and well. And finally, well, yeah, that's the big huge anime that foreshadows the Goblin Slayer season 2. It's kind of sad that they picked the wrong year to air Goblin Slayer season 2. I feel like they could have waited like 2024 to release Goblin Slayer season 2, because this year animes are not as big. You only hear like newer animes being aired, but no wait, I forgot the Rising of the Shield Hero season 3. Remember that one? Yeah, that is another anime I forgot to mention from last year. And guess what? It getting a season 4. A season 4 for Rising of the Shield Heroes. It will come out this year, I heard. Wow, that is embarrassing for Goblin Slayers. Stabbing teams. They feel like disappointed by fans that they didn't do an exact same job they had with season 1. It also became clear it was there were more sensory in season 2 than season 1, which make more sense. Take out law, blood, and gore, and the rape scene that was in season 1. Do you see where I'm going here, y'all? Make more sense, huh? In fact, I felt like when you guys want to know if there's going to be a season 3, I don't know to me, yes, but no. Yes, it got enough source material to get a season 3, but no. Why I say no? Because the studio, Linda's Bell Studio, had no interest of renewing this anime, because all their anime never got them renewed for a season 2. Do you see where I'm going? Why you think Call of Night never got a season 2? Why you think of Magical Sensei didn't get a season 2? Well, and so on, so on. Do you see where I'm going? The reason why Goblin Slayer season 2, because it got taken over to Linda's Studio because it's less expensive. That makes sense, because Linda Bell Studio had no budget for make another season like Goblin Slayer. So we might as well see Goblin Slayer being taken or being handled by another anime studio, which I might consider Goblin Slayer as a journeyman anime. You know, an anime that's being taken by anime studio or to another anime studio or to another anime studio. You know, like there any anime studio who want to renew this Goblin Slayer story. See that? I felt sad for Goblin Slayer season 2. It could have done more, could have gotten the hype it wanted, but it being overshadowed, people saying being boring and edginess, yeah, we can see that for certainly. So there you have it. This is a video I want to talk to you about, alright? Where did Goblin Slayer Season 2 gone wrong? Right there. Thank you so much for watching this video, alright? I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope y'all have a great night and stuff. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit notification down below. Comment down below what you guys think of the video. And I see you guys next time, alright y'all? Peace out.